Sorry, I was just falling over. Today's die is this. It's a yoga gnome, nisse, as we call it in Danish. I think it's a tomlin in Swedish, if I'm not mistaken. And I did prepare a bit because he's going to need some coloring, in my opinion. So I already cut him for my backer here, and I cut a few more of him so that I can color him in different layers. And of course there'll be a bottom layer, and let's see if I can get these to get apart. And I think I'll need the hat to be on top of that. Then the face is in behind, and this arm, and this leg. So I'll have to cut here, here, up between the hands, between the arms. Like that, and away with the face. Good. But I'll also need to snip out this. Let's see. Here. Now let's do his beard. And the back leg. Ooh, be nice. As such. I think I'm just gonna do the two. Maybe I'll double him up to give him some more stability, and then I can color him in. Yeah, let's do that. And I didn't fix this from yesterday. Hopefully it won't give me too much trouble. This is very juicy. Let's just put something on top. Just stiffen them up. I think my desk is in need of some cleaning. Right. And I think I'm gonna go classic Christmas with this. I was gonna pair it with this, some pattern papers from this pack. So I have to try and keep the red in line with this one. These are the reds I'm going to try and match. And I want red for the hat, I think. Should I do for the shirt as well? Actually, I think we're gonna cut another one. I think I want the band of the hat. And the band here on his shirt. Separate. turn it the right way. Like so. Let's keep those secure. Maybe also the hat. I think I can manage not to lose the body, hopefully. So, matching this. So if we do red hat, white band, I need a Scandinavian face color, some gray, whitish gray warms for the beard, and then his shirt should be oh, excuse me, maybe I should do that in dark blue, actually. Try and match that, the blue on here. See, almost. Try and match this blue here for his shirt, gray pants, brown shoes. Okay, so I need my color sheet. Oops. There we go. So for this red, it's no darker than the R2, which goes good with, makes that with 11 and 15. So good red combo. I often use that one actually. Just put you over here. Makes it easy to move around. Okay, that was the red. Then I need some gray for the fabric. Just move this. It's just I have the tablet over here so I can see if anyone writes anything. The fur part of the hat should be in a warm gray with a blender pen. Need to buy a new nib for that one actually. Then there was the skin tone. Let's do Skin Whitened Buttercup. R1, 3, 1, and Y, 1, 4, 1. There. And the grays for the beard should also be warm. Let's bring in a bit grayer for that. Yeah. And then I was gonna try and match up the blue. That's the hard one. This one gets the closest, but it doesn't really have any friends. How to deal with that? B62. I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna take a blue gray and try and see if I can make that work. Okay, then the pants. Those were supposed to be gray. So let's do some dark cold ones. 2 shades should be enough, and brown boots. Yeah, let's do these reddish browns one. 91 and 94. Let's do 111. Let's gamble on that. I'm not too brave with picking colors that are far apart. So let's try it this way. Okay. the hat. And just need to make sure I don't mess this up. This is for the hat. And this is for the tummy. Good. Let's try the hat first. Maybe I should zoom in a bit. Oh, great. Let's try there. I'll need some color in the crease. Painting the tassel. I know these numbers does not make much sense. When it comes to the names. I think Copics is one of the companies that actually makes some sort of sense when it comes to the numbers they've given their colors. I picked the Shin Han markers once upon a time because they were cheaper and refillable like the Copics, and I could mix with them in the future. That was the basic reason why I picked these over Copics. When you can buy 3 markers for the price of 2, then you can build your collection a bit faster. On a student pay. As such. And I also have to color in this part here. Carefully. Because then when I glue this on top, it'll actually look seamless. Hopefully. Yeah, that was the red one. Let's do the gray part. And I can color this part in here. I don't need to blend it because it will be hidden by this part. I also need to do it on this one. For that white core of the paper. Like so. And then we can move on to just blend that out. This is a full stick post-it note, but it's not always as sticky as I would like. Like so. All right, moving on to his face. Here and just maybe a bit up so I don't get him out of the picture. And now I need to reference I'd say the Buttercup is the darker color, so that's the one I start with. I may give him a slightly pinked nose. May. And in my opinion, it looks like his eyes are closed on this. So I'm not going to try and color those in. And hands. Just doing some shading here. Trying to, at least. I'm not the greatest colorist, but I do my best. And you do learn a few things over the years. that'll work. Then there was the beard, and we need these two to add to it. I think this is also beard up here. And let's do the hair in the same color. Oh, I need to darken it under the hat, around the shoulders. Feathering, I think it's called, and some shadow beneath the arm, and blend. And I picked warm grays because warm is normally associated with fur and hair, where the cooler ones are more for fabrics and things. In general, like metal, for instance, is a colder kind of gray. Onwards to the shirt, and this is the main one to paint. The bond. Let's see. Let's try this piece out first. If I can try to be better at putting the caps on, but not perfect. Let's try it like that, and then see what happens when I put this on. I think it works. We're going for it. The blue one. I just need to color in these pieces here. Need arm as well. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. And I prefer to do it from the underside because if I slip, then it won't ruin everything. Carefully. Carefully. All right. And as you can see, I will need to color the other arm. Okay, let's put some shadow here. Why did I color these hands? I can fix that. No, I don't need hands here. All right. And this, blend it together. Bit more blue here on the torso, I think. All right. And then the arm. Let's see. Doesn't matter if I get it on the other arm. I just don't want it on the skin of the gnome. So that should do. There. Okay. Now he's blue. And oh, I still need the pants on this one, so, and the boots. Boot. Oh, I have to remember to stay in frame. Gray pants. Underneath this belt here, it doesn't matter that I get a bit on it because I'm gonna glue on that piece right there. To try to use the lines as much as possible when I do these. They do help. Okay, let's see if one is enough or if we actually need another color for it. To get that roundness. I think it'll do. And then I have to stop doing it. And then this one. First of all, darken the edge. And then we go in. And here. I also need to color on the inside here. Carefully, don't hit the beard. Don't hit the shirt. I think I did it. Shoes left. We're getting there. We are getting there. And it was the 91 that was the darkest, so we start with that. We need the boot. Yeah, we need first to this piece, just to be sure. Oh. That tiny hole is not going to be fun. Maybe I should bring down the skin tone a tiny bit here. Do this bleeding. But I think that helped a little bit. And then this shoe. Copy with the head. Like so. This was the darker one. This part. Hard, do like the shadow here and up here. I think that's it. So There. I think we can go back out. I hope no one got seasick. And then let's try and put this guy together. Where to? Let's start with this here piece. That. Just dab it a bit on myself. This is gonna hurt later, but it's gonna rip out the hairs. But come back. Good. Do have a bit there on the shoulder. That is problematic. There. Better. Much better. And a bit of the gray showing here. Right. Next piece. Let's do this one. Ooh, the hat. I did watch a live with this dye today actually, and I also watched Gummiapan's video. The rest I'm saving for later today or tomorrow to watch. Oh, see, there's some red showing. That's not good. I think we take a bit lighter. There. But he is apparently supposed to be this way. I was wondering if he could go this way, but his feet is wrong for that. You can see the bottom of his feet. Then he's standing on a piece of glass at least. But I did wonder. That's this piece. Oh, I like that. He's nice. Bit time consuming, but nice. So now I just have to make a card with him. Just gonna get this off best I can. There. Even if I don't move the trash, I can't find it. Does that happen to you? Oh. I think that's better. Okay. Let's put this away. And I can't really put these away because I need the numbers for the text on the live when it's done, so I can put in everything I used. So it'll have to stay here. We need a card base. prefer to fold those on the scoreboard. I don't know about this. He does need something to sit on though. Do I have a Peace on Earth stamp? Maybe I do, actually. Peace and joy. That's not the same. No, not that one then. I could put him on a piece of Vellum. I can find where I put that. But it's day 3 and already I feel like I can't find anything. I try whenever I use something to not put it too far away because I want to use a lot of the same things throughout the series to give some kind of cohesive look. Not that it's going to be that cohesive because at some point, as far as I know about these calendars, they will shift from a Christmas theme to something more generic. I still need something to sit on. Do I have a die for that? Thinking. No, I don't. Right? No, I don't. I have stamp. So I can get to it. There you are. Come here. This one. Could do. Then again, yoga mats are square, so I could just cut him one. A trapezoid shape. Maybe I have a good scrap in here. Oh, sorry about the noise. That'll be too small. These have holes in them. Holes. Unfortunately, the pattern would look weird when I cut a trapezoid out of it, but it would be funny for him to be sitting on a candy stripe blanket. This one could maybe do. It's just there's no reason to cut down a piece of pattern paper if I have a scrap in the right color and size. So let's take a look. There's something better. Stop by turning these over. No, okay. Oh, why are you saying that, honey? There we are. Sorry. Oh, good thing it said something. That would have been embarrassing. I don't think this one would do great, and this one, like this one. This one could maybe do. But is that too much red? Or this one maybe? Let's try this one. I think this one is the better one. Or no, that won't do. The fact that I'm trying to force a perspective will show. Don't knock over my water here. Start there and see. I just used the grid here to get it even. A very tiny perspective forced there. Oop. Let's put that over there. These are too small to save. And you'll be sitting there to be able to go back and forth. Maybe a bit more. See this, just do it this way. I think it's still too wide. That's it. That's how it's gonna be. I think it needs to be a tiny bit narrower and shorter maybe, but I think that is it. Oh, I should have put that away. I need it. Let's just do this. Get pieces in line here. That I also need to put somewhere. And I don't want to try and get to my machine over there, so let's see. Oh, I covered up my cheat sheet. That's not good. Have another one out of sight. Let's see. This piece is 14. So I can do 13.8 by 9.5. That should fit this card. Love cheat sheets. 13, right? Such. Oh. Okay. Oh, I cut it at 7 or 8. That's why it didn't fit. It'll be okay. Comes very square. Let's try something. I'd like it to be a bit more organic. Oh, he could also go that way. However, he got his hat to do that, though. Oh well. Alright, I also found... Where did they go? Oh, there. Some sentiment strips from the other year. Best wishes for the new year would be a good one for this one, I think. I also have it in black, but I don't think that'll be right. Right. No, too dark. We'll take this one. This one already has been cut, though it's a bit crooked. Just take one of these. Nah, too big. I think I'm going sentimentless again. Well, let's get this party started. Or ended, because... Is that better? No. No, the red side. The red side. Something a bit more calm. Come on. Let's see. That'll do. Let's take this one. Think downwards. And let's glue these two together. I think we need some dimension. best. Mm-hmm. Scissors. Oh, that's double. That's not the same. Okay. Then we'll need to put a gnome on here. He's good and sturdy from all those layers. Do some support under him. Like so. Ooh. Don't worry. Yeah, that should do it. We're getting to the end. Let's see. Oh, that was not it. There we go. And then I was thinking about here. Then there is room for a sentiment if I want. If I find one I think fits. There we go. As such, the card has been finished. And yes, it's a lot of work to cut these apart and color them, but in some instances, it's actually easier to color them that way. For instance, I didn't risk the red running everywhere, which I have had trouble with in the past. So now I just need to write down everything and put it in the description, and then I can relax. Well, I hope you enjoyed the craft today. If not, I'm sorry. I wasted your time or something. Sorry, I'm tired. This was it for today. I hope you'll be having a good day, evening, or night. Until then, på gensyn.